default handles.
Yes, it's him. It's me. It's him. Yes, it's him. Welcome to eModels Web. I'll start again. It's him.
Hang on, do I do the titles again? Let me do the titles.
Yeah, it's him. Welcome to Monday night. It's Monday night on eModels. Yes, eModels, eModels.co.uk. And did I get that right? Yeah. Yeah. So it's us. I try to be professional again, but I can't. So it's him.
Failing terribly as normal.
Don't try it.
Yeah.
It's good evening, everybody. Yeah, it's Monday night. You know where it is. All the three. It's the three M's in it. Mugs, Mayhem, and Models. Is that right?
Hang on,
it's probably not much Models.
Which one of us is Mugs and Mayhem, and which one is
Not what we
Models?
decided last week, was it? No. Right. Yeah. You know what? You know the score. It's up to you to chat. And we'll just see the rest of it. Yeah. Good night, everyone.
Thanks for coming. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Yeah, you'll know what we're here for, what we're doing, who we are. So yeah, off to you. On you.
Just serves. We just kill a bit of time.
Yes, good. Yeah. Well, we all know it's the eModels night with Foxx,
Hello,
Chris, and Colin.
Hello.
And him over there. That's me. So, yep.
For some reason, I got a real opportunity. No, what's the University Challenge vibe? There.
Yeah, and I just wonder why people weren't appearing on my screen, but I've got it locked on me, so on my end. Anyway. Yeah, I was thinking, this is so wrong. Is Foxx not pressed the button? Everything's going
totally
to your
professional.
That's why I'm confused, because I've got my mind working.
Totally professional.
Starters, you mean to go on, Tedward?
Yeah, and this week I haven't got any gin in my cup. It's just water. Not that it was gin last week. I promise.
Is that what the problem is? It's gin withdrawal.
It's gin withdrawal.
Is this why we've got like?
Yeah.
Is this why so far in the first 3 minutes you've said more words than in most shows?
Yeah. Apparently they found some blood in his gin level and they got to take him in and top him up a bit.
Well, you know what they say, work is the curse of the drinking classes.
Tonight's show will be brought to you courtesy of Gin Monthly.
Ted, you got a question? Question in the chat for you, Ted.
Oh, good God, already?
Paul Bridge says, any idea when the Titanic will be released?
Ah, right. I believe that it will be released on the 14th of February, but that is yet to be confirmed with the supplier, because I believe that the container containing it, hey, that's good, isn't it? The container containing the Titanic is in the country, but then it's got to clear customs and pay the duties and be collected and things like that. So that's hot off the press as I've heard it today. It's here, but it's yet to be shipped out.
Not that I'm willing it to happen, but if the ship delivering the Titanic sunk, would that be like the most ironic thing ever?
A container ship has hit an iceberg.
Everything was saved apart from a crate full of Titanic.
So
why is it when you put things on a boat, it's cargo, but when you put it on a truck, it's not?
It's cargo.
Yeah. One thing I have noticed is someone rocking a new hat? Per chance.
I haven't got a hat.
Try
because my hair's grown a little bit.
Well, it's not. It's just the way I've got my hair styled. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we going to have a solitary hat wobble, Mr. Fox?
Go on then. I can do a hat wobble now. Look. Now I've retired the old hat because it was rubbish. It was a £5 Matalan job, and I've got this one now, which has got. First of all, it's got a feather. It's got a jaunty feather, and I can do this. I don't know if to have it like that or with the brow. I don't know, have the brim down or the brim.
Should we have a vote in the chat? We can.
What do people think?
Brim up. You look like that bloke out of curiosity killed the cat, didn't you?
Well, here's the thing. Do you want me to look like a 1960s American journalist or a 1920s physicist in, say, Hamburg at some kind of conference?
I prefer the first one.
The first one, like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said a journalist.
Mad men or mad scientist.
Mm.
I don't know. We'll see what people think. Chat, tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Brim down, says Phil Lewis. It's actually designed for brim up, which is unfortunate, really. But
Can you not steam the brim though? Just steam it.
it's only a £30 hat. It's not like proper fur.
Can you wear it sideways like a proper baseball cap?
And does it fit?
No.
Will it still fit when your hair grows?
You should have.
We know Fox's hair's not growing at that front bit. It's okay.
Yeah,
I don't have to worry about that,
I've got
do
the
I?
empty real estate there at the front. I'm fine.
Just do what I do, Fox. Say you got a protruding forehead, mate.
Well, I've got a protruding forehead. Yeah. George Taylor says brim up looks goofy, but it suits you. Why you order? Brim up it's supposed to be, so I might just leave it brim up because it's
Yeah,
we
we should announce, folks, that today we think that Fox has actually left the house and gone into public land. Yeah.
I did. I left the house and I went into Manchester today where there's public and stuff, and it was really weird.
What else did you buy apart from the hat, Fox? What else did you buy?
I'm not going to show you because I can't stretch my leg that far. I'm going through the midlife crisis thing, and for a long time I've worn the jeans and the sneakers.
You bought a Porsche.
And that. Yeah, I bought basically the Porsche factory. No, I didn't. For many years I've worn the jeans and the sneakers and stuff, and I've been watching the Grand Tour, and it's middle-aged fat blokes, and I'm like, I need to get away from the jeans and sneakers now because I'm middle-aged and I'm fat. So I'm going back. I'm going to try going back to the old days when I was much younger and had all the hair, when I used to wear my combat pants and combat boots and stuff. So I'm trying the grungy look, and I've got some German army shirts, and I've got my combat pants and my boots and stuff. So I'm going to try rocking that for the next few weeks.
Go, Choss.
We've given him a new nickname of Swampy too.
Yeah, Swampy. Well, that is. It doesn't really work. But I was in town today because I bought some combat pants and I bought some combat boots, like old, second-hand combat boots, and they were more comfortable than my boots. So I came out of the store, and basically I've started this new look of like combat gear with a vintage safari jacket, which I was already wearing, and it's kind of retro 70s plus modern. I don't know. It's weird. 90s and 70s. I kind of was rocking that vibe. People were looking at me. They were impressed.
Yeah, eccentrically British. It's a look that works, mate.
Tasteless idiot is probably a better way of describing it, but
And I bet walking down the high street in Manchester, nobody give you a second glance.
no, there is that.
They're only giving you the second glance because you're wearing trousers. That's what.
Well, yeah, there is that. As
Sad's
well.
saying he would criticise, but he wears DMs and green jeans.
Oh, DMs. Breaking into DMs is like the worst thing in the world.
Oh, yeah, straight in the shower with a pair of the old Oxblood Martin boots on to soften them up a bit.
I will never forget, many years ago, early 1990s, I went to visit a friend who was at St Andrews University, and we're walking down one of the main streets back into St Andrews of a morning, and there's a girl in front of us, and she must have been about, I don't know, 19 or 20 or something, and she's doing that walk. Now it's a good 20 minutes to anywhere from where we are, like 20 minutes to the student accommodation or all the shops or anything. So there's nothing for about 20 minutes in any direction, and she's doing that, walking like this, and she's kind of like walking like, you know, and I'm like, we both looked at each other, and then we looked at her feet and went, new Doc Martens.
Yeah, it's when you see people walking at like a 40-degree angle, don't you? Because the boots are so heavy that they can't actually fall over.
Or they've got that thing that I get, whereas they got one foot is chafing and one isn't, so they're kind of going with the legs like that. But yeah, bless her, she had about a good 20 minutes of walking to do, and you could see that her feet were just, she obviously just bought them like an hour before.
Yeah, I've been through quite a few pair of boots in my life, but I don't think I ever had Doc Martens. I had Doc Martens shoes, which are probably not as good as boots, but
they're exactly the same without the tube.
That was it. Yeah,
we have some votes as to the brim.
Yes.
Simon Payne says down.
Down.
Michael Brown says evening all. No, that wasn't it. Phil Lewis says down.
Down.
Brim up says Anders. Brim up looks goofy says George Taylor. It suits you, yeah. Someone asking who's died yet, but we haven't done that yet. No. So no, we've only got 3 votes by the looks of it, and
okay, so
2 of them are down.
Yeah. So, AJ's saying the hat would go well with a sharp double-breasted suit, a very 1930s PI detective.
Yes, I do have a sharp double-breasted suit somewhere, but it's not a vintage.
Oh yeah.
Not a vintage one. It's a 1980s one, so it's probably like silver and blingy and horrible.
Yeah. The big beige gabardine, that sort of thing.
Yellow.
As long as it's not a shell suit, mate.
No. We never did that. We're not that close to Manchester.
Foxx in a shell suit.
We're not that close to Manchester.
Yeah, just imagine.
We're still technically Cheshire here, so we get away with no shell suits.
With a gold chain.
Yeah, you couldn't you? Proper Ali G.
Oh. You guys are terrible.
Yeah, just imagine. Do you imagine going through that stage where you were actually one of the people that wore shell suits, and then you look back, and then in a few years' time, you look back at the photographs, and there will be a picture of you in a shell suit.
Yeah, but if you're one of those people that wore the shell suits, you wouldn't look back on them and go, "Oh," you'd be like, you'd be one of those people that wore shell suits, so you wouldn't have that.
You'd look back and think, "I look good in that. I should bring them back."
You'd be like, hey, look at that now, look at that, the suit there.
I mean, there is a photo in existence of me rocking a mullet.
Oh.
No. Why did I do that?
I think, does everybody have that photograph, the most embarrassing photograph that they never want to show anybody? You know, the one they hope that your mum doesn't fetch the photo album out when you fetch a new girlfriend around and things like that.
No, all the photos of me are amazing.
Have you met Chris Modest William?
Sorry, what I meant to say is all the photos of me are just the same as me now. So take that whichever way you like.
Yeah. So even when he was 6, he was bald and had a bit of a stubble.
Yeah. I'm bald, hey.
Oh, Ted, this cut's so deep.
I'm not the one that needs to wear the hats, you know.
You can tell Ted's not had any gin, can't you?
He's not a happy sober.
Yeah, well, yeah, you never know. By the end of the night, I do have some isopropyl alcohol here, but
yeah. By then you'd be like, "Hello, love."
Anyway, let's get on with some serious stuff before we go on for the rest of the evening. Foxx, give us some terms and conditions.
Hang on, we've not done anything else yet.
No.
Oh yeah, okay, I've got my open. Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm thinking of gone. It's just gone. Yes.
Two.
Although we're already like half an hour in, it's your show. As always, this is your show. If you're watching this and you can see the chat here, you need to join in that chat, because that chat's where all the cool kids are. Not that specific one there, because that's the chat you can see if you're watching this back. But you want to join in the live chat. If you can't see the live chat anywhere, if you're watching on a mobile device like an iPad or a phone or something like that, try scrolling down below the video. It might be underneath. But if you're not on the YouTube page, if you're watching this embedded in Facebook or on the eModels site or somewhere like that, then click on the YouTube icon that's down here somewhere. That will take you to the YouTube page where you can see the live chat and join in the typey. And you want to.
Colin's head going down. Is he typing?
He's probably typing.
No, not at all. Not typing.
Yep.
I'm just ordering my Uber gin.
Uber gin. Is that a gin and an Uber, or a gin or an Uber or an Uber? And never mind. But yes, if we want you to join in, because you might win a mug, you might not. But it's also a good laughing chat. People in chat are awesome, so come and join in.
He's in chat. I saw him.
Oh, Colin, use your mouth words. What else do I normally say? I can't remember now. I've forgotten.
That's probably about it, isn't it?
Oh yes, if you don't forget, tonight we are pulling the winner of the little fighter plane kit we were giving away last week. So if you haven't gone and put a comment on last week's video, none of us can remember what the heck the comment was meant to be. Just go and put a comment on last week's video. That's all you need to do, and we'll pull a winner later on in the show.
Yeah. And before we go across to see who's in, we'll do a Festus factoid.
Oh, Festus factoid caught me totally unawares. Yeah.
I've got my 1920s physicist hat. So
on this very day in 1891, the citywide electrical lighting of London's streets was marked by a ceremony where the mayor laid the foundation stone of the principal junction box. This commitment came after a dozen years of experiments. What else? The contract had been awarded to Brush Electrical Engineering Company. There you go. And would our people like a death?
Yeah, and who died today?
We have to have a death of the week.
There is a good one in there. I'm going to have a go at saying this bloke's name, but I might get it very wrong. And
oh dear.
Is he slightly German, perhaps?
On this very day, Christophorus Enricus Didericus Bias Ballot, who was a Dutch meteorologist, dropped dead. He was aged 72. When he died in 1890.
That's another one where the gravestone carver went, what's he called?
Yep.
Yeah.
And just obviously a profound apology to all our viewers from the Netherlands, because whatever.
If TK's sitting there, he's going to be looking at me going, I'll get started.
I thought it was Roman when he started, but
I thought it was going to be some Roman dude.
I just looked at that name earlier, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that can't be one bloke's name. And then it was like, oh, he's Dutch. Yeah.
Oh, he's Dutch.
And John Gould, an English omnithologist, he died at aged 86 in 1881.
Ornithologist.
There you go.
He was into his birds.
Is that 2 for 1?
God bless him and all who sailing.
You never know, if you keep watching eModels, you get a Brucey bonus.
And TK's in, and he said he heard that.
So talking about TK being in, who is in, Chris? I know the chat's gone on and on, so we'll just have a quick resume of everybody.
Yeah, I noticed that you left it till quarter of an hour in. And it's going to probably take me about half hour to do this. So settle down, get yourself comfy, get your beverage of choice ready.
Why didn't you start off by saying, and anyone else that knows me?
Yeah.
The first one I see in the chat tonight is Quano Man, who was talking to Stewpot. So I'm assuming he was in first, but I couldn't see him. So there we go. We also have Fester in the chat, but obviously he wouldn't be in the chat anymore. That was then.
No.
Then was okay. Now is not a good thing. We do have Stewpot is in there as well. Yep. Sergeant Bones, Spur and Glue. Lynn popped in sneakily on her way, but the Wi-Fi isn't very good, so she might not be here much longer. She's probably gone now before she started, but she's going to watch later. So hello in the future, Lynn. Eric's here. Sergeant Bones, I've already said. Gross Models and Model Making Guru were both in the chat before that we went live, and then after we went live, they weren't.
When they weren't allowed to be in the chat.
No, you were allowed to before, but not after. That's that. Everybody chatting amongst themselves. Ickle Pete came in, as did Skipper Ted.
Yeah.
Then eModels UK was in briefly. Gemma Williams, John Blythe, Kitchen Table Modeler Philip Prime, Matty's Metal Detecting South Wales, who of course we don't know where, when, or where, or what goes on there. Paul DeSmasso's in. As you've already said.
You've not got a button, have you?
Yes, we have skullfishing.
I forgot. I've got all the buttons, and I don't have a skullfish button. I've got a Ted button.
Bit on.
There you go. It's the nearest I can do.
Yeah, I've grown an extra couple of buttons over the last couple of weeks, but I haven't got my hand, so I can't press them. Paul Horner is here. Eric, I've already said. LD. Yes, not the same, is it? Andrew Preston, Simon Payne, Graham Taylor, Terrell Johnson, Dave Cardboard, who said, "Evening all, couldn't chat last week due to computer failure. As soon as my back was turned, you all started talking about model making. I hope normal service is restored this week." So we're hopeful that we won't be talking about models.
Yeah, we did have an after a live stream meeting.
Yeah, it was a one-off slip up. It won't happen again.
You can be sure we'll try not to let it happen again.
Just to make it up to him, I'll give him a congratulation. I'll give him a reconciliatory Dave Cardboard.
Why is he all West Country?
I don't know about that.
We have Red Lin 08 is here as well. Chance at NW, which is North Wales, I believe, wasn't it?
Yep.
Can't remember now.
Yep,
it's a long time ago.
Every time we say Northwest, a kitten dies. It's North Wales.
Yeah. Edward LD Skullfish. As said already. Frankie Goes to Hobbywood is here. Scooby Hyam.
Oh, Scoob.
Ross Medlock. Jamie Bone. Flynn Fireman. I wonder what they do for a living.
Yeah, maybe the whole fire station watching.
Michael Jackman, Simon Payne, Paul Skullfish, Edward, Eric,
Paul Skullfish,
Simon, Phil, Nathaniel Barriswood. I haven't seen that one before, so welcome.
Welcome.
George Taylor, Simon Payne.
I like it when you name
Speedy Q8. Did I say that already? I think I did. George Taylor, AJ.
AJ.
They got to be a bit different. You can't. That's just the same. That's copyright for Skullfish. You can't do that.
I don't know. Well, I've only got one movie announcer voice.
Edward Bruce. Scooby said Scooby already. Lefbo's in one of your mods. You know the mods. They've got the blue things with the spanners. They're all nice to look after you and keep all on the straight and narrow.
But if you cross them, they'll rip you in half and you do nasty things to you.
Festa67's workshop's in there. I'm sure we were live when he typed that. That was the one that he typed when you shouldn't have been. So
it may have been when I accidentally hit that macro key on my keyboard.
Accidentally typed it, yeah.
Face of shame, Colin. Face of shame.
Dad is back in chat. He's still not well, but he's getting better.
Oh, how do, mate? Get well soon.
Mr. Loth's model making. That's Vincent. He's here as well. Another mod.
What, Vince?
That's the UK. Model officer is here. That's James, if I remember correctly. Cynical Steve. That's Steve. You can tell that. It's easy. Down at the bottom there, Norman Long says, "I'm here."
Hello, Norman.
Brian Windmill.
Yes, Windmill and Cardboard together.
And Dave Cardboard in the same chat at the same time. You never see them together, though. Dave Cardboard says, "I'm actually from the Midlands, although I've lost the accent due to years of residing down in that London."
Good man.
They were cops. Windmill and Cardboard.
Yeah.
Cardboard and Windmill doesn't sound at all right, does it? There are certain names that only go in certain orders.
Well, honestly, Cardboard and Windmill sounds better than Windmill and Cardboard, I think. It works better, I think. I need to refresh, by the way, because you guys are going to give me 1 second,
it just sounds like a cardboard windmill. It's
1 second, folks. Quick refresh, there you go.
Is it because Cardboard and Windmill is alphabetical? Is that?
I don't know.
But then Starsky and Hutch was not alphabetical, was it?
Yeah, I've just been thrown off guard, Chris. Stu Pot in the chat, he's saying he's asking a modelling question.
We don't do models
for a minute.
I just think it's a ruse to try and distract us. Yeah.
Do I need to add this to the T's and C's?
Yeah. Let's just all take a breath and relax. What's the best type of metallic paint? Some people say black cross, black gloss even. Question mark.
I've always
is the answer to that question. Yep.
Yeah, I've always put put it on a flat black. It's worked for me.
Depends on the paint a lot. If it's a buffable paint, then yes, a black gloss base is a good idea. If it's a buffable powder, then absolutely you want a black gloss. If
Yeah,
it's a
like
chrome
East
kind of,
or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, if it's a chrome paint specifically, then yes, you want a black gloss. If it's just Tamiya's chrome silver or a Citadel lead belcher or something like that, doesn't really matter because they're quite opaque. But you could put them on top of if you do start with the black gloss, and if you're airbrushing and you do a very light mist coat, you can actually not put a lot of paint on and keep a metallic sheen. So it depends what you want. But yeah, there's no harm in it. It's always good with the black gloss.
Yeah. I'm moving on anyway. We'll go back to the embarrassing questions, embarrassing photos. There's one or two people have said that they've got. I know that Dave Cardboard said, was it Dave Cardboard said he doesn't have any pictures of himself, but he does have pictures of his friends, and he uses it as blackmail fund.
Yeah, of course.
That sounds right.
Whenever you need money.
Flynn Fireman does say that he's a pilot and a fireman as well.
So does that make him kind of like the most manly person in chat then, I assume? Assuming it's he and not she.
Yeah, he's the one though that has a big bushy moustache and a flying hat that he doesn't fasten at the bottom.
And a big scarf that's permanently blown out backwards.
Yeah.
Does that mean you've got moustache competition, Ted?
No.
Spiddy's done a nice little segue in chat. He's making a fried egg bitty with sweet chili sauce, getting in for bench and belly.
Bench and belly. Don't forget bench and belly.
I kind of know the answer, but what's a fried egg bitty?
Bitty. I think that's a mistype.
Yeah.
Ray from Malta is here. He says, "Hello, my
Hey,
friend." He says, "Hello, Ted, Chris, Foxx, and Colin."
Oh.
Hello, Ray. You right, my friend?
Okay. All right.
I don't mind you misspelled me. I had to misspell you.
I got the right number of letters. Just duplicate
not
the wrong
necessarily
one.
in the right order.
I'm just trying to catch up with the chat.
Yeah, Lord Bartley the third's in. Evening, my lord.
Dave Cardboard says, "I don't care what order you use our names, as long as I get to drive the Capri."
Oh, Capri. Oh, Mark II Capri. Oh.
Yeah. Driving the Capri and look, a pile of boxes.
Yeah, you got to do the boxes, haven't you?
Boxes make the car look good.
Yeah.
What was that? That was the Almira advert, wasn't it, in the 90s?
Yeah.
Where they recreated the sort of, oh, that's great. Market.
Yeah. George Taylor said he's nothing on the bench and nothing in the belly, recovering from surgery last week on his neck. Had a spinal fusion, so yeah, get well soon.
Yeah, recover quickly.
Welcome to the Spinal Fusion Club, mate.
Wow.
It's not the best club in the world.
No, I think better places to be a member of.
Yeah.
Did you have a movement like Frankenstein's monster?
No, I had ACDLs done in my neck, which are movable artificial joints, and my lower back's fused from the rib cage down to the tailbone.
Oh, we have our own bionic man on the show.
Wolverine, they call me when I have my MRIs done.
Was that because of the pork chops?
Yeah.
Stefan Lass says, "Evening home with the flu, so I'll just lean back and quietly watch you guys do what you do. Get better soon."
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Dave Cardboard asks a question to Fireman. He says, "Fireman and a pilot, how do you walk down the street without being mobbed by women?" We don't know if Fireman is a male or female. Could be a lady. We don't know.
Yeah.
It does say fireman, but that doesn't mean,
I don't know, Chris. How do you cope walking down the street getting mobbed by women, mate?
I wear dark glasses and a hat. That's why I don't wear a hat on the screen, because otherwise people would recognise me.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't wear a hat on the live stream, because it just blows. It blow his cover if he went out.
With a plastic nose and a moustache.
This is the fake face. I only use this for camera. When I just...
See, we have to be grateful to Chris, because it's the reason they invented cameras was purely to take pictures of Chris's visage.
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
Then they got one for Foxx and it broke, so then they had to.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a face fit for Crime Watch. It should come with a blackboard in front of it, But
I got a face for radio, me.
Sadie Bourne says mix on the bench. Belly was linguine frutti di mare in a garlic cream sauce.
Frutti di mare.
Yeah, frutti.
Linguine frutti di mare.
Does that mean it was linguine with strawberries or something like that?
Seafood. Frutti di mare, fruit of the sea.
Fruit de la mare.
TK says on his bench is an orc thing. Belly, I don't know what it's called in English, but it wasn't that good.
Yeah, probably if it is from England, it probably
Tell
wasn't
us
good.
what was in it. We might be able to tell you what it's called. But what is it? What do you call it? You know, 'cause we
LD,
might be able to decipher it.
LD bench is a 1/100th scale Vidar, and belly honey and mustard glazed ham, roasted
Whoa.
carrots with celery, peas, and parsley sauce.
Oh,
Good breakdown of ingredients, mate.
yeah. For those that don't know, the Vidar is a gumpler.
Is it?
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was something out of Star Wars.
I only know because that's the one time I got a comment read out on the Gumpler TV web show before it became rubbish. Mark Scope says he's getting over proper flu as well, out like a wooden plank the last week.
Oh, bless.
I don't
Well,
think
mate.
I'm not really sure what it would be called if it wasn't a wooden plank.
Kitchen-
Quano Man says belly has shepherd's pie made with 100% real shepherd, and the bench has the unending decade duck.
TK's told us what he ate.
And yes, Würstamp kant klar mastiguk.
Mastigook. How do you get mastigook?
Something and something and something. Something.
It sounds exactly like number 14 on the Indian takeaway where I got it.
And ye Würstamp kant in klar maltide. Clear something.
Scale Model Muse has poked me on her way passing by. Hello, Muse. I'm using proper words because I'm not allowed to type in the chat because I get
use your mouth words.
Well done.
Hang on. I've read something. Eric Graham says bratwurst in the belly later, and weathering an HO scale grain hopper on the bench, finally getting the modelling mojo back. And Sprue and Glue says bench Star Wars Legion, belly toad in the
You
hole.
did one. It was my turn. I was going to do that one.
I was just doing two.
You did two in a row. That's not.
You can do two in a row. You can.
No,
do
I'm just going to sit it quietly now.
Wibble. Scooby Iron, bench is an RS 1800, belly a leftover apple crumble, thanks to some bloke called Colin.
Hang on, where are you in chat?
Scooby Iron.
I've just realised I'm in top chat as well and not live chat. That's why I'm not getting
I'm in
there we go.
Chat.
There we go.
It's moving so quick, I can't keep up with it.
I know. Kitchen Table Modeler, because we've kind of missed a few, haven't we? Kitchen Table Modeler says belly, chicken, mushroom, and sweet corn casserole on a bed of rice. Bench, nothing. I'm too tired after finishing homework today. Oh. Well, good on you for doing your homework.
Yes, at least the homework's done and out the way.
Yeah. Now you can go play video games.
Yeah, unless it should have been in today, then it's too late.
Yeah.
Phil Kett, belly, king prawn and chili linguine with tomato and red pepper sauce. Bench AMT 125th Ecto 1A. What's one of them?
It's Ghostbusters Ecto 1A.
Oh, right, the old motor.
It's the Canadian version. It's Ecto 1, eh?
Yeah. Michael Jackerman says belly, chicken and mushroom pie and chips. Bench, the Revel 132nd, ME 109G6. I don't know what that is.
He was doing that last week. I think he was working on that.
TK looks like he might have just sat on his keyboard because I can't pronounce any of that. And I think
Foxx already did that.
You've got to try though, Colin. That's the rules in there. You've got to try when TK writes something in.
Andy Stamp can't and Clark Majid go.
The only word I can get is Clar, which I think is clear. I think.
Yeah.
Other than that,
TK does say a bit later, says it's endive. Even sounds about the same, and it was a microwave meal, so not that good.
Something malted and clear.
Yeah, he's now getting revived by his partner because he's choked on his dinner laughing at us trying to pronounce what he's typing.
I can't actually think of a food that has the word clear in it without any kind of real terror or flashbacks to school. So I think if somebody has to point out on the name of the food that it's clear, that's probably a bad thing.
Endive. It's a vegetable. It's like
the Maldives.
Then it gives you endive. It's a leaf vegetable belonging to the genus. Then it goes into loads of Latin stuff.
Yeah. I actually found. Oh, well, this point, I found a fruit the other day, or might have been a vegetable. I don't know. In Tesco's, Mum and Fox and I didn't know what the hell it was. It was something like a Egon or an Emon or some weird little 3 or 4 letter name that began with E. We didn't have a clue what it was. It was a fruit or vegetable. No, not egg. We know what an egg is. It was what was it called? It's called like an Egon or a something. I can't remember. I'm thinking Ghostbusters now, but
Eagle.
I'll find out next time. I'll ask the audience because we didn't know if it was a fruit or vegetable or what. We're like,
endive, chicory.
Yeah, this week we're bullying Foxx, in case you hadn't already noticed.
what do you mean this week?
What again?
Eric does tell me if I get bored sulking, I can come and hang out in the chat.
Scale Model Muse says, handbrake turn. Just had a nice burger, no bench time today as it's time to get ready for work.
Oh, bless. Have a nice day at work.
Yep.
Eric Graham has bratwurst in belly later and weathering a HO grain hopper.
I did that one.
Yeah,
did you really?
Yeah, but we don't listen to what
you know when you were like loads behind and I didn't know where you were.
Yeah, I just thought he keeps telling me off because I'm in the wrong spot. I'll read that one out.
They're just trying to catch up.
Quanaman does say, Colin, I think your keyboard may be dead. Everyone, shh, or he'll say I'm leading him astray.
Yeah, I've kind of put it down under there and closed the drawer to stop me from typing.
We just don't want to have to like glue thumbtacks the other way around to the keys and stuff.
Oh, TK comes back with Clara is actually ready.
Okay.
So it's a ready-made meal.
So he's having a meal for one.
And endive is pronounced endive. Of course,
endive.
I've just googled what is endive, and it says it's chicory.
I wasn't that far off then.
That's not bad. Where are we up to? Johnny Blythe says, belly fresh. Hang on, wait. He puts a comment in there that makes the sentence fall apart. Belly fresh, still warm donuts and tea. Oh, fresh, still warm donuts. It's 7:30 a.m. here, bench 135th bow fighter. I like the fact that he qualifies at 7:30 a.m., but he's eating the donuts. I like that.
Yeah, donuts.
Valid breakfast food. Yeah.
The donuts for breakfast, it sets the day off, doesn't it? Just you might as well stay unhealthy for the rest of the day and eat everything sugar covered and
Cynical Steve, belly, beans on toast, bench, getting some paint on the last couple of spaceships he's built.
Yeah, nice. He's doing all his made of junk, custom made things.
Yeah. As for Phil Lewis, he says belly, chicken leftover casserole thingy. Bench, probably the contents of my belly later.
Yeah, we don't need that.
How leftover was it?
Yeah. I had leftovers today. I had bubble and squeak.
Ooh.
Yeah, all the mashed veggies from yesterday all mashed up and fried in a frying pan. Bubble and squeak with haggis.
Oh, good shout.
Yeah, because we did. Yeah, not on this traditional tatties and neeps, but bubble and squeak and haggis goes well together with brown sauce.
Every Scottish Fury is now going neeps and tatties.
I'll be sending you a message later for the Meals on Wheels delivery that will be doing it to me.
Yeah, happened to be around Tesco the other day and they were selling haggis off, so I'll have some of that.
Yeah.
LD is actually going into the future. It says tomorrow's belly is homemade ravioli filled with mozzarella, sun-dried tomatoes, and anchovies and basil.
There's a bit of an Italian theme going on.
He's working on tomorrow rather than what he said today.
Yeah, there's an Italian theme going on here tonight.
Yeah,
he's a very good.
Zadster's saying tonight's food will be sausage, baked beans, and spuds because he's in Leeds in 1982 and it's great here.
Oh, are you learning the meaning of the word grim?
Yeah.
Simon Payne, I'm so sorry, but it's belly cold. What's on that one? It's belly cold roast beef, jacket potatoes, lots of butter and salad. Sorry, yeah, do away with the salad. Bench work, unfortunately. Bench work.
I think he means he's got work. He's doing work, not fun.
Yeah. Well, it's Monday night. It's 9 o'clock, so you don't have to do any work. You can tell your tutor, boss, whatever, other half that you're excused because it was eModels live stream night. I'm sure they'll understand. Just email them that and email the link so they can see.
You've had some feedback, Ted. Graham McRoberts says haggis super nom nom.
Yeah,
which is correct. My father would not be spitting in his Glaswegian grave. And Spiddy Curate says, shh, about haggis. The little baby Haggai up here are just starting to venture out again after the recent Burns cull.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, you can always spot the genuine haggis because it's got one leg shorter than the other.
Yep. My dad, when we were kids, we were given that and we believed it.
Well, it depends. You get the clockwise and the anti-clockwise ones, don't you? So
Yeah. But yeah, we believed that as kids.
Mr. Love's model making bench has got some Sigma dudes belly minced all steak burger with fries, tomatoes, and Belgian mayonnaise.
How's Belgian mayonnaise different to regular mayonnaise?
It's Belgium.
It's flat. It's flat. It's very flat.
Yeah, it's got no lumps in it.
Isn't it? I've had horse steak. Horse steak's quite nice, actually.
Simon Payne says, you don't know my boss. Yeah, you could still send him a link here. He'll come round. Yeah. But then again, he could come in and chat and pester you. And Simon, have you done that job?
Murphy's Law says his boss has actually sat there watching the stream at the same time, and they'd never meet. Ships that never pass in the night.
What else we going on? Death's got a waffle bun.
Waffle bun. Deaths, you might need to explain what... I know what a waffle is, I know what a bun is, but I don't know what a waffle bun...
I would assume that you can just make a bun out of 2 waffles and put anything you like in the middle of it, and that'd make it instantly better than anything else.
Or it could be a waffle made out of 2 buns. You don't know. This is the thing. We need clarification. We need the facts and clarification on this so we can...
Did any of us used to own a Breville and get the old 3rd-degree burns of the mouth when you've done a Breville with beans in it?
What, you mean when you make your toasty duvet?
Yeah, the toasty sandwich thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we have one of them.
George Taylor says, we don't have haggis here in LA, but that's a good thing. No, it's not.
No, it's a bad thing.
I'm with George on that. It's a horrible thing, haggis.
Yeah.
Simon Payne says, if the boss is watching now, I'm fired.
Now, just say we lulled you into a false sense of security and made you do it.
It's all Fox's fault.
Yeah, tell him where you have the photograph of you in the 80s, Simon. When it's black.
In Leeds, where it's grim.
Yeah, just blame Foxx. We do.
Yep.
Earl D says, still recovering from the Sunday shopping day in Cheshire Oaks with my girls. Oh God, yeah, Cheshire. Oh, yeah, go and have a It'll probably take about a week, and you'll Did you come back with like a sofa or something? Because
well, I do remember that if you drop them off at Cheshire Oaks, you could drive down the road to Ellesmere Port Canal Museum and have a look at boats and models and things.
Oh, so you meant drop them off, then just throw yourself in.
No, but the problem then, Teddy, if you drop them off at Cheshire Oaks, you've got to leave them with your cards. So that's a really bad idea. It's best to keep control of the cards when taking.
Yeah, but when you set off, you can now cancel your card, can't you, or freeze it, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's not going to end well, is it?
Hughes says you have to know where to look. Haggis are everywhere.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're very well disguised haggis. You got
you get your stealth haggis, mate. You don't know when they're coming, mate. They creep up on you.
Yeah,
don't forget tardigrades are a form of haggis. They're tiny. Yeah. You never see them.
Yeah, they could actually be in LA, but just nobody's seen them.
Norman Long says all our haggis were destroyed in the bushfires here in Australia. Are they better yet? Are they still ongoing? I haven't heard recently.
I don't know. I think there are still some pockets of it. I think someone was saying that
it's getting. It's a good thing.
Was having fire quite close, but yeah.
Yeah. On a serious note, anybody in Australia, hope you're safe and well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
HG Barnes says, now I've got a craving for baked haggis and blood sausage.
Oh. Yeah, you can keep going then.
Yeah, so have we now.
Blood sausage, isn't that black pud?
It's like red pudding. Yes, it's the same kind of thing.
Normal long white pudding. It's just different again, isn't it?
It's more fatty, I think.
Oh,
okay. It's like white chocolate. It's just an abomination. Norman Long says, still burning. Yeah, there are still fires going in Australia. So. To all our Antipodean viewers, do stay safe.
Yeah, be safe down there.
Yeah.
George Taylor says, okay, I'll look for haggis and Marmite. Yeah, Marmite you can get first.
I'm sure you must be able to Amazon it. Yeah.
Marmite on a steak. It's a beautiful taste. Oh, lovely.
LD qualifies about the shopping trip to Cheshire Oaks. He says, my oldest has gone all teen. The Nike shop was like, no. Do I go to the Nike shop? Oh, no.
Muse says, now I'm hungry again.
Yeah.
So we apologise, but it's always going to talk about food because that's
absolutely. We haven't even got on to puddings yet.
Where's Anders? Anders isn't in, is he? Because we haven't had anything about
earlier.
Perhaps he's on the Monday diet and he's got a couple of bits of salad and he's got a wibble on.
Is he having a bit of a stare competition with this?
Yeah,
which one?
He could be getting all Chuck Norris on a salad. You never know, do you?
Well, he's probably actually looking at the salad going, go on, run, please, just run. Just go on, please.
Oh, no, he's just popped in the chat. I'm here.
No, there you go.
Yeah, I just lost that. According to the UK, it's illegal to import haggis into the USA. Probably why they're so rarely seen there.
Yeah.
Simon Payne says.
Tickets
I think they sneaked across on ships and things like that.
Yeah, we can always send our American friends some tickets for the next haggis shooting season.
Yeah.
If you look,
the glorious 19th.
If you look carefully at ships docked in Scottish docks, I can't think of any Scottish docks now, but if you look at like the chains where the anchors and stuff are, where they're tied off with the ropes, you can see little haggises kind of going hand over fist.
You can always spec. It'll be the ship will be called Muck something, Muck Boatface and things like that.
Yeah,
so you can tell it's from Scotland.
George says, watching you guys is helping my recovery, or maybe my pain meds are kicking in.
Yes.
We always look like this. It's not the med.
It doesn't get any better.
We can now get us on the National Health. We prescribe 4 times a month. So
get your doctor to do your prescription, mate.
Yeah, that's it. You can show that you could show it to the significant other. I'm sorry, it's on the prescription.
Yeah, it's on
9
the
o'clock. I've got to go watch.
You know.
It was this or morphine, and this is much cheaper.
Yeah.
Andrew Preston says, "Is haggis like Hazlitt?" I don't know what a Hazlitt is, but nothing is like haggis.
Zad's saying the container ship haggis, McHaggis face.
That's the one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Talking of container ships, I think someone put a picture up of a container ship the other day, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't show it you now because it's stored away now. Mama Foxx, I went to lock the porch the other day, and Mama Foxx says to me, "You might not want to lock the porch just yet." I'm like, "Why?" She said, "Might be a package turning up." Okay. So this package turns up, and for some reason Amazon hadn't actually just bothered putting it in a box; they just put a sticker on it. For no specific reason, but very nice reason. Mama Foxx got me the Revell 1/700 scale big container ship with 8 billion containers on it.
I'm assuming all the containers are individually built and weathered.
No, they're not. They're in rows. It's like you get a stack of containers.
I think you need to weather each container individually, Chris, than you, mate.
Yeah, numbered and
numbers, decals,
with stuff inside them.
Yeah, a custom seal.
No, I don't know if it'll be. It might be in the model store, but it's the something container ship Colombo.
Yeah, I think I've seen it in there, mate.
Yeah, it actually looks quite mint because I'm not into ships, but I looked at it and thought, you know what, I can space this up. I can get some rocket engines and stuff on it. I can make it all Battlestar Galactica.
You're going to Warhammer it, aren't you?
No, I'm going to BSG it. I'm going to put like wings and rockets and.
You'd have to have some sort of ropes holding the containers on though, because otherwise in zero gravity they just all float off.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make myself some Gemini Freight logos and make it like part of the ragtag fleet because I did make many years ago. Some American company did little resin versions of the ships from the original Battlestar Galactica from the fleet.
Yeah,
and one of them was the Gemini Freighter, which was basically a tube with a bit of a ship on the end and engines on one, and then just containers on the around it, and it was only about that big, but it was great fun. So it was the Gemini Freighter. I'm gonna make it into that.
Zad's saying that you need to do it as Yamoto's support ship.
Could do different scale though, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't matter what scale it is.
It's got ladders. It's got ladders. You can see what scale it is. But it looks anyway. So thank you, Mama Foxx, for this. She said, "I just thought that," and you'd be weird. It'd be weird if you got that. So
Stu Pot says each container has to have rust on it. I'm sure.
Yeah. Yes. It looks very. Obviously, I've not built it, but it looks very nice. I looked at the details and it's really crispy done. Not a hint of flash. Everything's nice and crisp. So it looks like a really nice kit. So I might actually have some fun making that. Doesn't look very complicated. It's skill level 4.
Dave Cardboard says, speaking of complicated painting, how's the orange digital camo going?
Oh yeah,
it's going. Yes. Shall I show it?
I've looked on you for no specific reason, so you may as well.
It's behind me.
It's behind you.
I have been building a bone blade, which is a Warhammery type thing. The top of it looks a little bit pink at the moment. I've started. This is the first stage of the digital camo that I'm doing. I have done the underside of it, and it looks like that.
Ooh.
We go like that. There we go. Yeah. So the way I've done it is I started with the pink. So this is the start of the next layer. Basically, you put down splodges of the single color, then you mask them off, and then you put the second color over the top, which I did in the orange, and you mask off that as well, and you still leave the pink masking on, and then you go over with the final third color, and then you peel it all off, and it doesn't look terrible. Well, it looks terrible, but deliberately terrible rather than accidentally terrible. It works better than I feared it was going to, shall we say. So yes, I shall be continuing with that as the weeks progress, and yeah.
Now you're wondering now whether you should dare offer to do that again in another colour, perhaps.
On another build or
on another build, yeah.
It's possible. Now this is the first time I've attempted digital camo, and it's more time consuming than my normal camo, which is using blue tack and just sort of randomly putting swirly shapes, because it obviously has to be all sharp squares and everything else. So it's a little bit more time consuming and tricky, but I think it works. So yeah.
I think one of the main things of digital camo that you've nailed from your early tests, which you hadn't nailed, is although it's a simple pattern. No, it's not simple, but it's not. I think the trick is to make sure it's all parallel.
My early tests didn't go terribly well, but I went too small. That was my main problem with that. So I've scaled it up a bit and gone bigger with the
like the Berlin camo I did on a tank. I've got a 432 now that I'm going to do in the Berlin camo, because once you've done it once, your confidence grows, doesn't it?
If
paint jobs.
Hey, you know that 432 you got, Colin?
Yes.
If I say to you, Rhino.
Oh.
You can't unsee it now, can you?
No.
Because when I went to Warhammer World with Dad and Chris, not Simon because he wasn't there. They've got the big Rhino outside.
Yeah.
And Dad was like, "That's a 432. That is. It's been made to look like a Rhino," and it was a 432.
Anders says, digital camo used in real life. Yes, I mean generally not in those colours, but just have a Google search for digital camo and you'll see it's used in uniforms and vehicles and things.
Yeah, urban digital camo, greenery, desert camo, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think the idea behind it is one of the ideas is it's if you look at like say forested areas, it's got that kind of texture of bright colours and dark colours, and you think it's not camouflage. But when you look at, say, through woods and stuff, and you see what it's supposed to be based on, it actually makes a lot of sense. And some of the brighter colours, it kind of works. It's it's not so much making you look like the background; it's more disrupting the shape so you can't see the lines and edges.
I had it when I did the Berlin camo. I saw some photographs online of the actual tanks in the urban environment, and it was actually surprising how them parallel lines and vertical lines made the tanks disappear.
It's very similar to what the ships did in the Second World War with the dazzle camo.
Yeah,
to break the shapes and sort of disrupt the eye patterns.
I think a lot of it as well now with some of the modern camouflage patterns, and this is me guessing and pulling it out my backside. I'm going to hazard a guess and say a lot of it is to do with the fact that a lot of observation of vehicles is through cameras.
It's through the drones and
so I think it's more designed to be a disruption pattern, so somebody operating a drone has trouble seeing the thing. Not like you can't see a tank behind a tree because the tree's that wide and the tank.
Yeah, that's right.
I suppose if you've got a drone that's 30,000 feet up, you take a picture of a tank on the ground. By the time you zoom into that, the picture itself is going to pixelate, isn't it?
So, that's right.
People are saying that they do ships and aircraft too. Anders says, I've seen clothes, but no tanks, etc. Maybe you have, but you don't know you have because it works.
Barnes says it's to throw off optics for guns as well, the sights, the ranging sights, so...
Speedy Q8 does say, by the way, Chris, don't just talk about the Baneblade, show it to us.
Yeah.
I think he's making a joke.
I did someone commented on the video on my YouTube and said, well, where would that be used then? It's like, well, it's a fake spaceship tank thing.
Yeah.
It might be on an orange planet that's got pink rocks, or it might just be because I like the colours and it was fun.
That's one of the things about modelling. Yeah, just do it yourself.
It's a bit like the pink scheme that they use on some of the desert vehicles, isn't it? You know,
Yep.
same type of effect, isn't it?
I'm going to quickly refresh you guys because you've got all lumpy bumpy. Hang on a sec. There you go. You're back now. I'll just give him a quick blast of Ted just to make sure.
Clap it on.
There you go. My buttons are still working. Just checking.
Jamie Bones saying he had a giggle at the picture I put up on Facebook. Yeah, I know, mate.
What was his pink? Did I
Scooby
miss
says,
this?
don't they put camo on new shapes of cars? I don't know that cars, I mean, for normal general use, they're made to be seen. You don't really want cars that you can't see very clearly.
No, what he's on about is, you know, when they're prototyping a vehicle and testing it.
Oh
for
yeah, I
repeat,
know what he's on about.
they
now.
tend
yeah,
to
and the-
wrap the rear and front of the vehicle in like a white vinyl that's got like dazzle or digital shape.
Oh, right. Do they?
And
So you can't quite make the shape out in
disrupts
it.
the shape of the new BMW or the new Mercedes, so that they're rivals.
Ah, right. So they can't see
An
anything.
Audi dealership down the road here, and they drove a few down recently that have got that cover over the vehicles, and it's actually really surprising how it worked.
You guys have gone pixely again. Hang on a sec. My apologies.
Are we back?
You're
we're
back.
back.
I think you're back. You're back.
Yeah.
Could be Hangouts being weird, of course.
It could well be, mate.
Right, shall we go and do a what's in store?
Whoa! Handbrake turn.
Is it that time?
Is that what you call? Is that what you call a subtle segue?
Yeah, he did it to me earlier with a Festus fact. I was relaxing nicely, and it was like, oh.
You know what? We've got like little fader controls, and Ted just got the scissor switch.
He lulls you into a false sense of security, and he just waits.
What I've got to try and do is sneak in when it goes quiet a little bit. Yeah.
No, so what'll happen now is
Ted's getting tired tonight, so he's trying to rush things along a little bit so he can finish early.
so just to warn any viewers,
It's just I've got an Uber gin delivery going
in about 5 minutes.
Tanker's on its way.
So viewers be aware when it goes really quiet. If it suddenly goes dead quiet, Ted might sit there and go mouse eyes really loud. So just prepare yourself.
Thing is, Ted has an army of Humphrey straws going around, and anyone that's got a gin, you just see the straw coming in, don't you, from the corner?
I've got that in my head now. Watch out! There's a Humphrey about.
Yeah.
Oh. And Ted, what would you put your Humphrey in?
So
You've got it in your hand right now.
Oh yeah, you put it in eModels mug and eModels mug and eModels mug.
That was perfect timing if I didn't have to explain it.
TK was saying, Foxx, that the pixel in was proper digital camo.
Yeah, you go. It's good talking about it.
Tim Young says, when isn't it gin o'clock? Isn't it? It's always gin o'clock.
When you're asleep, intravenous.
Yeah, you don't need to wait for the sun to go over the yard arm. The sun is over the yard arm somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sun never sets on the yard arm of the Empire.
Yeah, sun never sets on June.
A broken watch is right twice a day.
Are we doing what's in store then? Or are we going to go and talk about something else for a little while first?
Is that someone quickly opening up all these browser tabs in the hope that we're not spotting him?
Yeah.
This
Hang on,
week,
I've actually forgotten who it is. Who is it? Whose store is it anyway?
It's mine.
Oh, is it yours? Okay, right.
It's mine. Yeah.
this week, Ted is brought to you via Festa's Broadband.
Yeah. So tonight is your chance to win an eModels mug. An eModels mug. An eModels mug. An eModels mug. eModels mug. That's right.
Dude, we're idiots.
Oh dear. Just can't get started.
Of course, we don't think there are any eModels mugs yet.
Yeah, that's the only problem is they're not in stock. So you'll be on a bit of paper for an eModels mug, a bit of paper for an eModels mug. You'll be on the list. You'll be on the list.
Dave Cardboard says he only drinks twice a year, when it's his birthday and when it isn't.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Simon
Right,
Payne says, are we sure there's water in that mug? No, we're not sure at all.
Do I need to do my little bit while you get all your stuff ready, Ted?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
you
Yes.
can. Yeah,
Right, well, Ted suddenly realised that he hasn't actually got any of the tabs open that he wanted open.
Yeah, they're all open. Remember, when I go to get things ready, I can't see what's happening in the chat, so I have to rely on these guys to tell me. So,
Yes.
I think Ted's opened up that bottle of IPA.
He's huffing it.
Is that the official eModels mug theme? That is the official eModels mug theme.
Yes.
An eModels mug, an eModels mug, an eModels mug, eModels mug.
If you mail Ted at eModels.co.uk, he'll send you out the lyric sheet.
Yeah.
So you can sing along next week.
You can join in. Anyway, Ted's going to do his what's in store eventually at some point. Ted's going to do his what's in store. As always, there will be a theme. I've not actually seen what Ted's got in tonight, so I don't even know what the theme is. He's going to do a theme, and whoever in chat guesses the theme right first gets to win.
An eModels mug, an eModels mug, an eModels mug, eModels mug.
At some point in the future when they get them in stock.
That is, mate.
I could just press him on the top of his head there. There you go. But yes, your name will go into the pile because at the moment they are out of stock. They're waiting for the reprint of the new mugs. But yes, what Ted's going to do, he's going to show you what's in store. There is a theme. However, don't answer in chat until Ted's shown you everything, and he'll come back and he'll say, "What's the theme? Go." When he says go, then you can answer. If you answer before, we're going to point at you and we're going to laugh because we're going to ignore your answer if you do it before he says go. Now, of course, by this point in the show, there's always a lag between the video and the chat. So before you do anything, while Ted's still scrabbling to get all his tabs open, what you need to do is hit the refresh button, which is probably up here somewhere on your browser. If you're using Chrome like a normal person or some other browser, it might be somewhere else. Hit the refresh button on your browser, and then when it's refreshed, drag the slider. So what you need to do is refresh and drag. Refresh and drag. There you go. You ready, Ted?
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm all ready. Yeah.
Okay. Over to Ted on the sports desk. Ted.
Right. What we're going to do now is share the screen. Now I've got.
Not that button, Ted. Don't go away.
Share the screen without doing like I did a couple of weeks ago and just disappearing.
And then he set sail for Liverpool, never to return.
Oh dear.
Right, I think I've got this.
The basis of many a folk song.
This
Right,
can go.
here we go. If I disappear, I'm going to press a button. So if I disappear, I'll disappear. If not, you should be able to see. You should be able to see the screen. Can you see the screen? Apart from the
I
menu.
can see the screen, mother.
Yeah, you should be able to see the Revel 1/24 scale London Red Bus, the AEC Master.
Yeah.
Yes, this is when buses were real buses. Now they don't seem to have real buses anymore in London. They just have lots of big red blobs.
If you come from my part of the world, it's a buzz.
It's a bus. Yeah.
Great big buzz.
Get bussed at town. This bus is going to Piccadilly Circus. Looks to be going over Westminster Bridge. I'm not sure that would actually be going in that direction, but never mind. I think Colin, haven't you got this?
Yeah, I've got it just on the shelf to my left. I can grab it if you want, but it's a really, really good kit to build. I thoroughly enjoyed it, mate.
Yeah,
give us a click on some of them model pictures, Ted. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
They are actually just small pictures.
I have seen some pictures of this on Facebook of people building it and things like that, and it does look extremely detailed on the inside.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. I would feel the urge to do a young one's diorama.
Yeah.
So you'd have to build the cliff face, get some acrylic rod, and have it just halfway over the edge of the cliff, perhaps.
Yeah, I did mine with all different posters on it of my favourite bands and movies and different people reading magazines and all sorts. I really went to town on it and loved it.
I've seen one of these as well where somebody's depicted it as being in a scrapyard and it's just falling.
Nobody got my young ones reference. I'm crushed.
Yeah, you're on about Cliff Richard, the young one, so you're on about
where they get the bus and they go off the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you'd mixed it up with the Italian job because that was a bus at the end of the cliff as well.
Yeah, it wasn't influenced by that at all.
That wasn't a Route Master.
But it's one of them kits you can either do, like you say, very clean out of the box build, or you can go to town and sort of age it a little bit. And
don't click the video.
Yeah, I just wondering, is that Cliff Richard in there?
It probably is. It probably is. Don't click it. For a number of different reasons.
ATV, the Route Master bus, finished on the AEC Route Master. No introduction, the classic London bus, of all time or a dinosaur, and it goes on.
I mean, I lit mine up with interior lights, headlights, and
Yeah, I was going to say that it'll look a great kit. This to be lit up with
Yeah.
And you know the best bit? If you make a mess of the clear parts, just fog them up with CA glue. Hey, it's winter.
Yeah,
that's
it's got a little soundboard in it, and it ding dings, and you can hear the engine and the people on it. It's just one of them, you know. It's a quirky little build.
brilliant. Yeah, so that's the AAC London Route Master Bus. 50 quid from eModels. Right, the next one we go to is the Trumpeter 1350 scale HMS Cornwall. It's a Kent class. Yep, this was Second World War, the Kent class. Doesn't say anything more about it. That's about it. 62 quid if you're into grey ships. This is
a big pointy board, Ted.
Yeah. Yep, HMS Cornwall, Kent class. I'm trying to think of others in the class, but never mind. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm not sure what I should have done my homework before I came on air, but when I'm picking what's in store, I don't usually have time for anything else because I pick it just before we go live. So yeah, and on that note, remember when we do pick these, they were in stock, and we don't know how many are in stock. So if you see something you like, slap it in your basket.
Yeah, and don't forget.
It's not yours till you check it out.
Yeah, if you want any of these things that we do show, get it in your basket straight away. Get it paid for, because if there's only one in stock and you put it in your basket and somebody else buys it while it's in your basket, you'll suddenly find you've got nothing in your basket apart from sadness and regret.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, the 1350 scale HMS Cornwall, the Kent class heavy cruiser.
Going back to the bus, and I have to read this comment out because I've just figured it out. Mark Scope says, "Can you get Jack and Butler in 124th? It's taken me a good 2 or 3 minutes to get."
Yes, yeah.
Oh, Blakey.
Where's
Blakey?
On the bus.
Get you, Butler.
I'll get you, Butler.
That bloke that's all he ever did is in acting career.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So we've got the London AEC bus, the Kent class heavy cruiser, HMS Cornwall.
Ted, have you got all your tabs in one browser window?
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed.
This one is another one, but this one's, I think, a little bit more for the kids. This is a Meccano type thing. I don't actually think it is Meccano, but it's HMS Belfast.
It's made by a company called Smart Foxx, which is correct.
Well, that wouldn't float, would it? It's got holes in it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why this ship is depicted in Meccano when the one in the background is a real ship. You know, so
Science, Ted, science.
yes,
It's all to do with optics and focal length and stuff.
Yep. I see HMS Belfast off of Port Bowser. How do you know it's Belfast? It's not finished. Yeah, so yeah, a little kid. You remember Billy Meccano?
Oh yeah.
Now, if I remember rightly, one of our friends actually got this for over Christmas from somewhere.
I do recall something about it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just looking at the box of parts. This is actually from the Imperial War Museum, or it's been commissioned by them anyway. I think they do this, and they do a couple of other things like Spitfires and tanks and things like that. But
yeah, they've got a selection of different vehicles. They're quite heavy.
Yeah.
Not that I would know that, but they are quite heavy apparently.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fun little build, especially if you've got a younger builder that maybe just started out. Just fun build to build. Father and son, mother and daughter, father and daughter, mother and son. I'll just move away from that one.
Obviously not the most detailed of kits, but they've stylised and it's the right sort of thing.
I'm fairly sure that number of holes is not good for a ship.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you'd be able to play with this in the bath because of the holes. But yeah, 22 quid. It goes on there, 504 pieces, 2 specialist tools.
Specialist tools.
High quality steel pieces with a tough anti-oxidization finish. So even if you did put it in the bath, it wouldn't rust.
Yeah.
To follow steps, timeless Imperial War Museum brand, suitable for 14 years plus. Yeah, I think I'll be old enough for that to play with.
Yeah, you could use that to practice your photo etch skills with, Ted.
I could have a go at this one before I took on the Titanic.
Yeah,
a bit of a step up, but there you go. It's a company called Smart Foxx that makes that one. Now in my head, all I've got is Der Fuchs ist schlau und selbst ist dumm.
Yeah,
It's an
Smart
old
Fox.
German saying.
HMS Belfast construction ship.
Yes.
And the next one we'll go to is another one. It's another grey ship. This is Trumpeter's 1700 HMS Montrose, the type F236, type 23 frigate, the Iron Duke class.
You never would guess this was Ted's What's in Store, would you?
No.
Yeah. These are pretty sort of modern. Yeah, these are quite a modern warship. Been around for a few years now. The Type 23, as you can see there, it's a missile ship. I think there was a series of on TV about the this class of ship. I think it was this one anyway, but never mind. Anyway, it's Trumpeter, so
Show us the bits. Show us the bits.
yes, it's Trumpeter, so you can't go wrong with what's in the box with this sort of kit.
Well, unless you want an aircraft.
Yeah. A decal sheet, being the Royal Navy, there won't be many decals to put on, but there it is anyway. There's the colour scheme, grey and red, that's all you need. Yeah, it's got the Merlin helicopter as well. So
we seem to have lost Chris, by the way, but
yeah, there's always bags of detail and a well presented instructions for building it, and we can go on and on. Yep, one-piece hull.
I'm just going to do a quick refresh, Ted, just in case Chris has fallen over. Hang on a sec. There we go. Is he back?
Might have gone for a comfort break, mate.
He could have done.
Yeah, comfort. That's a posh way of saying it.
Maybe I had to go. Maybe I had to go and catch those things that shouldn't be mentioned. Maybe I had one of them that I had to catch in the house or something. Anyway, carry on, Ted.
Lots of being a modern warship, there won't be that many sprues or detail to put in it because there are quite clean lines on today's warship. But there is photo etch.
Look at that tiny photo etch.
Yeah, tiny photo etch to go on this, and all this in the box for £25, 24 and 29.
That's not bad price, is it?
And they really are nice looking ships. These are, as I say, it's a type 23 figure, Duke class, commissioned in 1989. So 89, 30 years old now. Combination of the Merlin helicopters, sonar 2087. According to Royal Navy, reaffirmed its reputation as leader in anti-submarine warfare.
Wow, that ship was commissioned the year before I left school.
Yep. Commissioned in 1994.
Oh no, that one, not that one then.
Yeah, the first Type 23 was commissioned in 1989.
Yeah, that's a year before I left school.
Yeah, I was actually starting my second job then. So there we go.
Is that after 40 years in the police?
Yeah. 12 parts, 200 plus, one-piece photo etch, lots of stuff in there. Trumpeter, going to be bags of detail, bags of good detail as well.
I like just scroll down a bit, Ted.
Yeah. Whoops.
It says not that much. It says hang on, let's back up again. It says lower hull made from multi-directional slide molds.
Yeah, no, they say that. I don't know what that is, but they say that about the Titanic as well. It's a multi-directional slide mold.
I don't know. I've no idea.
Sounds good. Saying good evening all in the chat, and I think Chris is hiding in the chat as well. Not that I'm grassing him.
You've got no sound, Chris, it would seem.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
I have. I didn't push a button at all, or nothing.
So there we go. That's the HMS Montrose. The next one. Oh, look, another grey ship.
It's a boat.
It's
I
a
like
boat.
big boats, and I cannot lie.
This is a little bit bigger. This is Trumpeter 1350 HMS Exeter. Now, once again, I should have done some research on it. Heavy cruiser is the Royal Navy during World War II, the York class. The second ship is Exeter, named after the first four warships. The ship had been hit hard in the Battle of the River Plate, and the German Navy Admiral Graf Spee battle. So I accept the modification.
That sentence, that paragraph doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I'm just reading it.
No.
The ship was sent to
Accept
India.
the modification.
It was sent to the east of India in 1942 and was sunk by the Japanese Navy. So this vessel is HMS Exeter, and there you can see the decal sheet, the call signs for it.
Actually, if you read the little bullet points, it says the model brief length. I think this is a bad translation.
It's like someone who's taken the actual translation and shuffled it.
Yeah.
Phil Lewis does say about the multi-directional mold thing. It says it means the mold is made up of more than two sides to give sharp detail around a three-dimensional part.
Ooh.
Oh, see, every day is a school day on eModels.
Every day's a school. No, sorry, copyright.
Once again, looking at it because it's a trumpeter kit, there's bags of sprues, bags of detail, and photo etch. Look at that, handrails and everything.
Oh, you're gonna be just like wanting to die when you're trying to put all that on. If you don't like your photo etch.
And the anchor chain, I would probably think it's, knowing trumpeter, it will be stud length anchor chain. It'll be stud length anchor chain, and not your jewelry necklace type stuff. It'll be proper stuff, because it's one of my, I'm not a rivet counter, but that's one of my bugbears when I look at ships and see the anchor chains are actually just jewelry chain.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right. But there we go. Lots of it. That's HMS Exeter.
Yeah, you're not a rivet counter, are you, Ted? You're a link counter.
Yes.
I think you'll find on the actual ship they did not use 32 grade steel.
There with these vernier gauge going.
Yeah, that ladder was never in that. That ladder was never in that position in 1942. It was further aft.
I think you'll find it had 13 rungs, not 14.
Oh, yeah.
Worst model ever.
It looks like it's got a face at the front with the water. It looks like a little smiley dolphin face.
It does, doesn't it? He's going, wee, I'm a ship.
HMS Exeter. I'm just thinking whether that
can
will
go
be
wrong?
is that the same class as HMS Belfast? I'm thinking it maybe is.
Menu discipline, Tedward.
Yeah.
Menu discipline.
Anyway, we'll go to the next one, which is another grey ship. This is the Oshima 1700 British heavy cruiser HMS Dorsetshire. This took part, as it says, in the Bismarck Pursuit.
Now, that plane wasn't actually that big, was it, Ted? That's a forced perspective painting there.
Yeah, the ship is far away.
This ship is very small, and this one's a long way away.
So, as it says, Bismarck took part in the Bismarck Pursuit. But that's about it. 40 quid's worth of kit.
Wait, you just said Bismarck took part in the Bismarck Pursuit.
Bismarck Pursuit took part in the Bismarck Pursuit. 40 quid's worth of HMS Dorsetshire. This is the Waterline series, so you don't get a full hull. You get it with half a hull, and you can see it on the bench as though it's sailing along your bench.
Yeah. With the Waterline series, because I know Tamiya do the Waterline ones as well. Do they just come with no complete hull, or is it optional that you do the full hull, or is it just you don't get it at all?
I would think that with the Waterline series, it won't come as a full hull.
Because I always thought maybe it was like a 4-part hull, so you could do it one or the other, but I didn't realise it was just.
Yeah, I know that one or two kits in this smaller scale. They do come as a smaller, just a Waterline.
Michael Jackman says he wants a 1350 Dorsetshire.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Here's the last one, and this is the Avro Lancaster from Tamiya. This is a massive 1/48 scale. It's gonna be big.
Yeah,
that's huge.
I remember when I was much younger, fawning over the photographs of this in the Tamiya catalogues as a young modeler, going, "Oh, I need that in my life." Never had it.
The Avro Lancaster, the Lancaster model kit, was the first kit I ever remember building all that time back. I remember building it with my dad. I don't think it was a Tamiya one. I probably think it was more an Airfix type one.
It'll be the Airfix. I think everybody at some point has built the Airfix.
Yeah, but fantastic little aircraft. Doesn't say which one this is. I don't think it's a City of London. It's 1/48 scale, plastic stand of Avro Lancaster. It's got a length of 443 millimeters and a wingspan of a massive 648 millimeters. So I hope you've got a big shelf to put it on.
64 centimeters or 65.
Yeah, that's huge. That's nearly 2 foot, isn't it?
That's over 2 foot, yeah.
But it says there, slick main. It moved. You moved it again. Oh. Hold on. Main landing gear tyres depict the effect of supporting the aircraft's weight. I like when manufacturers do that. They give you squidgy tyres or tyres that look like they're actually holding, rather than just round.
Yeah. Let's see if it depicts it. Let's look at something. Look at the detail. It's typical of Tamiya. Yeah, there's going to be some masking off to do.
Yeah. Now it doesn't say, but I know some Tamiya kits do come with their own sort of masking sets.
Yeah, you probably-
However, your mileage will, because I've used some of the masking sets that you get with I mean, the Opel Blitz, you get a masking set for that bizarrely, but they don't actually fit very well. So often it's easy just to do your own masking.
It looks like this could come with crew as well. Is that?
Yeah, it will do.
Primer in there. Yep. So there we go. And some nose art as well.
Mm-hmm. Incidentally, if you're doing this or any other kit and you've never done a canopy before, both Ted and I have done canopy masking in 2 of our builds. Ted in his Tiffy, his Typhoon build, and me in the Colonial Viper. We both showed, I think, slightly different ways of masking canopies. I think we did. So there's 2 different ways there you can easily mask canopies. It's not as hard as you think, although with that kind of plane it's a bit tricky, but it's 148 scale, so it's nice and big.
I think I'd have to re-watch it myself, the Tiffy build, because it's that long since I've done it, I forgot.
Yeah. But so there's at least, if you're not sure, there's at least a couple of different tutorials on the eModels channel from me and Ted.
Well, HG Barn says there's no need to mask this one. You add the canopy later. It's pre-painted.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I didn't know that.
interesting.
Yeah. Right.
That's handy. You just got to match your green to that green. I'm just a standard green colour, so you should be all right. That's all right then, isn't it?
It's all right. Yeah, still, £94.50. You're saving 10 quid on this. Oh, yeah, there you go. Right, we'll have a quick recap of
I've got no idea what I've actually forgotten to look at them in way of trying to remember the theme. So
we began with the Routemaster 124th London Bus.
Buzz. Big red buzz.
Then there was Trumpeters 1350 scale. That's a really huge model of HMS Cornwall, Kent class cruiser. And then there was another ship. There was HMS Belfast this time. And then after that, we saw the HMS Montrose, the Type 23 Iron Duke class. And then we saw the Trumpeter HMS Exeter. Then HMS Dorsetshire. Followed finally by the Avro Lancaster. So there we go.
Is one of these a red herring?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, that was the wrong idea then from me. Never mind. Just thinking.
Right, I shall try and find the chat. I shall stop sharing and come back to
I shall unlock it from Ted.
Yeah. Right. The time now is to say go.
Go.
Yes, that's it.
Have you got the chat there, Ted?
I've got the chat. I think I've got the chat.
Because we did guess in our private chat earlier, but you didn't actually tell us anyone was right or not. So
I didn't guess because I didn't see it till late. So
yeah. There we go. That's a more accurate one from Stewpot. They're all names of places in the UK. Yeah, they're not counties. They're not cities. They were mixed like London, Monmouthshire, things like that. They're all names of places in the UK, says Stewpot.
yeah, so it was an easy one because Ted said to us, "It's an easy one." There, and I said, "Have you gone Colin mode?" He went, "Yeah, pretty much."
Yeah. British cities was a bit too specific. Towns and cities now because there was Lancaster, sort of things like that. So there was areas of the British Isles. Yeah, nearest place in the UK, says Stewpot. So well done.
Well done, Stewpot. Send yourself. No, don't send yourself an email. Send an email to ted@emodels.co.uk with your name, your address, and say that you've won a mug. Obviously, they're out of stock. The guys in eModels will put your name into a big pile, and when they do come back in stock, they'll send you the mug out. Make sure you include your name, your address, and your YouTube handle in the email so we can tally them all up.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right. What do we do now?
Giveaway, isn't it?
Yeah, is it giveaway time?
There's a thingy from last week.
Yeah, so if you haven't commented on last week's video, you've got just a few minutes to do it. And it's been proven that people who have just logged, somebody like, who was it last week? Just logged in.
Carl.
It was Carl, wasn't it?
Yep.
Just went across, put his name on there, put a comment on the video, and won. So, you've got the time to do it.
Yeah.
So, we'll go across to Chris, who I think has got the giveaway this week.
Indeed. I shall
Before you do it, though, you've gone low res on me. Let me refresh. Apologies. There you go.
It's there. There it is. I shall share it if my share button works. Why's my share button not working? Is it because Foxx broke something?
I broke nothing.
Fox broke something by flipping out and coming back. My
did
Hangout
not.
video call is not responding apparently, but can
Oh.
you still hear me?
Yeah, we can still see you.
I don't know. I'll give it a sec to see if it sorts itself out, but I don't think it's going to. I think I'll have to drop out and come back and join you momentarily.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
No.
Tune in next week when you hear Dr. Bob say, "Oh."
That's that point proven, in it. If in doubt, we blame Fox.
Yeah. So, got any more Festus facts of the day? Anybody else died?
Mate,
No.
I haven't got the browser tab open because
No.
I thought it might be why I was pixelating, but I can pop another fact
Nah.
if needed.
Chris, I'll have to refresh because he's come back. Hang on.
I'm still here twice.
And you're still here twice. Let me
well.
see if I can kick you out.
I shut down the
can't.
window and it shut down all of my windows.
Yay.
So yeah, but I've come back. I'm here. I've returned.
You're in twice, but the other one
I'm here
might fall
twice, but
out.
I'm not going to try and leave because it won't work. I'll try pressing the button again and we'll see what happens this time.
There we go.
How's that? Is that working now?
That's working now.
Right. This
You're just getting a free advert out of this, really, aren't you?
This is what we were giving away last week. The Trumpeter 172nd Chinese Nanchang Q5 Yi. I don't know. It's a plane, a jet plane thing. It looks lovely, actually. It's quite nice. So there's what you could have won.
Mm-hmm. See what you could have won.
How could you have won it? You could have won it by commenting on, because the window's shut down. It's gone back to the beginning again. I don't want to answer a question. Yes, that was the video that you should have been watching. That one there, look.
Oh yeah.
That funny looking bloke with the funny arms.
Funny arms.
If you commented on that, then you have the chance of winning it. So let me.
You've got to be in it to win.
Copy that again because it might have forgotten where it was. I shall post that in there. There we go. I shall get the YouTube comments now. So if you're commenting now, you're too late. I've already done it. There are 38
of you.
Unique comments on there. I shall get rid of that ad because we don't need that. Start the raffle and pick random winner. So are you ready?
3, 2, 1.
Your name's flying past. If you shall catch one. I can't catch any. The winner is Mark Scopes, who says it's the year of the rat for him, 1972. That's me as well. And so I'm also a rat, apparently. So, Mark, congratulations. You have won one of them.
Yeah.
A Trumpeter 172nd Chinese Nanchang.
Congratulations, mate.
As
Well
ever,
done.
send your email across to ted@emodels.co.uk.
Address on the top left of the screen.
People are putting some interesting facts that in the chat that Sid Vicious died 41 years ago yesterday.
Was that 41 years? Was that 41 years ago?
Buddy Holly died on this day in 1959.
David Moore says Nicholas Parsons passed away, but I don't know if that's today or at some point in history. I can't remember.
That was recently. I think it was last week, wasn't it?
Last couple of days, wasn't it? Yeah.
TK says how many decals is that on this? It doesn't say. The only two pictures I've got is the box and the box art by the looks of it. So it doesn't tell me much more than that. So
Judge Taylor says, a while ago I won the Watson store and never received my prize. The answer was red vehicles and it was picked by Mrs. Chris. I won a sticker or a mug or all expenses trip paid to the Bahamas. Yeah, if it's a mug, they've been out of stock for quite a while, but they are amassing a big list of people who've won mugs. So you will eventually get one sent out.
I do remember that all the trips to the Bahamas they were actually booked by Thomas Cook. So unfortunately, if you won the trip to the Bahamas,
it kind of fell over a little bit.
But
yeah, say again. Sorry,
that was cancelled to pay for Ted's gin delivery.
Yeah. Well, they actually cancelled it, but they then just rebooked it with Expedia, but didn't tell us. So we're coming down. But yeah, so. Sorry. So there is a big backlog because they ran out of mugs ages ago, but we've still been giving them away because they hate us. They hate us for doing that, but we do it. Because we love you, but they hate us because we keep giving stuff away they haven't got. But yes, they are accruing a big pile of people who've won it. It goes back quite a bit. And as soon as they've got more in, because they're having the new version 3.
Yeah. I should be reminding them I should be having a trip to eModels within the near future. So.
Oh, yeah, we send them a thing on Skype every week saying, with the mugs. But the thing is, though, we've given so many away now since they ran out that when they do come out, there won't be any left for us to get because as soon as they come in, they'll have gone. So we won't get the version 3 mugs. So you guys will get version 3 mugs before we even see them.
Yeah.
And what mugs are they, Ted?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I was trying.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you did
I would offer
you're
him an
doing
olive
it.
branch there of a segue, but
Yeah, you're doing it to me now, Colin. Yeah. But you can win an eModels mug, an eModels mug, an eModels mug.
One day he's going to do that and actually soak himself.
This is why we have buttons.
Yeah, because sometimes you just need to. Oh, that's the wrong button. Sometimes you need to press the wrong button and go.
Tap it on.
There you go. I've only got a 10 button.
Yeah. I cope with the day clearly doing that. I wish I.
This is what happens when you don't get your daily intake of gin, Ted.
yeah.
Your daily
Getting
recommended
excited, 'cause I know
dose.
It's getting close to gin delivery time, so
Yeah,
You know,
the thing is, everybody believing that I exist on gin. Yeah, it'd be following me behind. I'll be going down the road and all these policemen.
yeah. If Ted's doctor's watching, then it's only a joke. We know he drinks water all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course he
Yeah.
does.
If members of Majesty Constabulary are watching, yeah, it's just a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, we're only joking.
Not for kids.
Earl says we need Ted Button 2 now.
Mark Scopes has sent a mail in. I heard it arrive. I
Yeah.
heard the mail arrive. We did actually inquire a while ago about mugs with us on as well. You know, like the
I
cartoon
don't know if
versions of
that's
us.
what the version 3 is going to be. That might be why it's taking longer for them to make them, because they got to draw each individual Ted in person.
Yeah.
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 Or they might be drawing they might be doing cartoons. There's Ted without his glasses on. Oh, that's not right.
Quick, don't touch no buttons.
They might be. Oh God, they might be doing mugs for every individual winner.
Yeah.
So the little poor guys, they're going, oh God, how many?
Yeah. What we're going to do, we're going to try and convince Pete to get us a set of eModels mugs with individual characters on, so you can collect the set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The eModels builders mugs.
it's like Shell Station glasses in the 1980s all over again.
Yeah, and when you win, you can select which character you want. So
It's like Panini stickers.
yeah.
So what we'll do is it's like the old SO giveaways. You'll get a free mug every time you spend £8.50 on a mug.
Yeah.
You get the mug free with the money you give them for the mug.
You can have a full set. They come in a presentation box.
Yeah, or bag as we like to call it.
Yeah. An eModels bag, an
An
eModels.
eModels bag.
Right. So I think we've about done everything. We've certainly exhausted everything for tonight.
Well, you're certainly exhausted. I'll give you that, Ted.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, hopefully been on form tonight.
Andrew Preston is saying they could do eModel stickers with us on them as builders, the builders stickers range.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Cartoon stickers that people could stick on their bench and throw their darts at.
Yeah. Yeah,
George Taylor says a bag of broken mug bits. Try saying that fast 5 times.
yeah,
Bag of broken mug bits.
Yeah, we do have a couple of broken cups that we could send you as a kit.
Well, we've got a couple. I know Chris has got one.
Yeah, I've got a mug kit that I made.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a quality Jack Duckworth style.
Professionally repaired by myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a perfect invisible seam that you never know? You'd never spot it.
Oh, yeah. So we'll put that to eModels that would do stickers with us on them. Then you can have set yourself in, but quite surreal if you're going down the motorway and a car past you with a sticker of us on the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite a scary thought, really, isn't it? Some poor victim getting a sticker with my mug on it.
Yeah, it'd be like one of them old like local radio things where they used to say, "Put the sticker for Piccadilly Radio in the back of your car, and if we see it, we'll give one of you £5.
Yeah.
You'll win £5."
Yeah, so there was loads of cars double parked around the Piccadilly studio.
Yeah, because they didn't want to go far.
Yeah.
They literally got onto Manchester Road and be like, "Yeah, there's one. I'll do."
Oh,
If you have the car, B238545, Hillman Imp,
Yeah.
call now.
right.
Are we
Anyway,
done? Is that it? Have we run out of
I
steam?
think that's it. I've run out of steam. I think I can hear the man on the Uber push bike coming down the street now. So gin delivery is about to arrive. So
Has he got a special tune that plays like the Ice Cream Man, but it's a bit
What,
like
you mean
Lily
the-
Marlene or something?
You mean the tune that the ice cream van plays when it's run out of ice cream?
It's the theme
Yeah.
tune from the Gordon's Gin advert, isn't it?
I say ice cream van, I really mean dodgy DVD van. Let's just be honest.
Right. Anyway, well, time to leave it. We'll leave it for this evening. But thank you, everybody, for joining us on another Monday night of eModels Mayhem.
eModels mug.
Models. Yeah, whatever. But join us at the same time, same place next week, 9 o'clock. We'll have more things to do and talk about. But it's up to you guys to provide us with the things to talk about. It's your show. We're just here to facilitate all the chatting and things that go on. But anyway, keep in touch. Keep looking at the eModels website, emodels.co.uk. Have a look at them. Have a look at the Facebook page as well. Keep up to date with them. I am planning a trip to eModels for a certain something, and there may be a chance of an on-the-spot live stream in due course. So keep watching, keep listening, and look out for it. So until next week, thanks everybody for joining us, and thanks everybody for being part of this. And from these guys here, it's good night from me and good night from them. So good night, everyone.
Take care.
Bye. I've got to press my buttons now. Hang on.
Right, not that button.
3, 2, 1.